Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this Champions League run through with Liverpool. In the first part, which you'll find on the channel page, we went through the first 4 games of the group stage. We found ourselves top of the group at that particular moment in time. This footage, of course, is brought to you by the EA Game Changers program. Myself and a number of other YouTubers were flown out to Berlin last week, in fact, to go record some early footage. That's where this has come from. Of course, there is another Manchester City series ongoing on the channel, as well as a number of other Ultimate Team videos, a couple of other career mode ones, or even collaborations on kickoff with career mode YouTubers. So check the channel page for anything you might have missed from those particular videos. But for now, we're going to crack on with the remaining games in the group stage and then get into the knockouts. You can see we're already 1-0 up here. Now, subsequently, 2-0 up in the 28th minute against Shakhtar Donetsk. We're in a straight fight with Atletico Madrid to see who can win the group and then get the more favourable draw for the first knockout round of the round of 16. Mo Salah leaves the defender for dead there, but unfortunately can't bend that into the far corner and give us a 3-0 lead. Deflection could have sent the keeper there, but didn't. Jordan Henderson's effort probably would have stood a better chance going into the back of the net if the defender hadn't gotten in the way of it. Marlos lays that inside to Tyson there as Shakhtar try and fight back, which they aren't able to do at this particular moment in time. And we're looking to score a third here if we can. Trent Alexander-Arnold down the line to Mo Salah. Inside there to Firmino. Great touch, and if that had gone in, would have been one of the best goals that we've scored so far on FIFA 19. Just dinking it up with his first touch by clicking in the right stick. Unfortunately, the effort going over the bar. They came close again with another effort that was drilled wide. Found that with the bigger teams, the larger teams that had the higher quality players on ultimate difficulty, which of course is what this is being played on, the AI were a lot more clinical than they were with the mid-level teams and the lower-level teams, although Moraes was able to score a very good header there to pull one back for Donetsk, but unfortunately for them, it isn't enough to see them get anything from the game. It's just a 2-1 defeat rather than a 2-0 defeat. So Usterons were my opponents for this one, obviously playing in the purple kit here with Liverpool away from home. First time I've used it, and I have to be honest, I actually really like it. Lovely ball to the back post. Now that certainly is the best goal that we've scored so far on FIFA 19 in any of the footage you've shown or you've seen to this point, and I actually think that might well be the best goal that I scored all told in all of the footage I recorded over in Berlin. Mane with the weak foot scissor volley into the back of the net to give us a 1-0 lead. Now in the first round of fixtures, Usterons were actually the hardest team for me to play against, although I did rotate the full 11 and played a weaker team against them, but I thought it was going to be easy. It's not. There aren't easy games on Ultimate, it has to be said, although the one easy game I did have was against a Beijing side with a full-strength Manchester City team in pre-season. Outside of that one, I can't recall having a single easy game on Ultimate difficulty at all. Mane here tearing the defence apart, and I can't tell you what Mo Salah was doing there. He's on his own, 3 yards out, and puts it over the bar with an open net in front of him. Again, Mane's pace getting him in behind. Rabona cross, Salah with the similar style finish to Mane's first goal, but the keeper with a point-blank save. Oxlade-Chamberlain into Milner here around the corner to Sadio Mane. Made a couple of changes. Milner looking to bend it into the far top corner, but it goes wide of the post with 5 minutes to go. And again, just a 1-0 victory against Usterons. Really, really, really solid team. Difficult to play against, although they were only able to get a single point from the group stage, which surprises me, to be completely honest. Atleti finished second. You can see Barcelona won all 6 of their games, including 2 against Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich and Manchester United get through in Group C as well. United only just scraping through ahead of AS Monaco. Pretty one-sided in the other group. Spurs and Juventus get through against CSKA Moscow and Viktoria Plzen. Valencia and Hoffenheim through there, although Lokomotiv Moscow very narrowly missing out. They'll go into, of course, the round of 32 of the Europa League. PSG undefeated in their group, although you would have expected them to win more than just the 3 games. Manchester City and Lyon go through in Group G, with Roma losing 4 games. Very surprising, it has to be said. Real Madrid topping Group H. Napoli scraping through ahead of Galatasaray. Would have expected Real Madrid to win by more than that as well. So it's Juventus in the round of 16 for us. And you can see that Spurs and Hoffenheim have already played 1 game, and the game at the top had already played their first leg as well. This is going to be my first leg, and this is their starting lineup. with regards Juventus. It's actually listed in squad number, not position. So the initial graphics there are actually hard to depict the formation. But you can see here it's a 4-2-3-1 with Matuidi and Sami Khedira holding. Dybala sat behind Cristiano Ronaldo with Douglas Costa and Juan Cuadrado out wide. Now, as I mentioned, the smaller teams were easier, but still difficult to play against. The higher teams, the high-rated teams, the bigger teams were very, very clinical in front of goal. Now, my issue in this game was that I was not clinical in front of goal. You can see Sadio Mane could very easily have put us 1-0 up early doors there. Then Cuadrado crosses it in, and it's a superb header from Paulo Dybala, although there are questions being asked of the defender there. Not sure what Van Dijk's positioning is like. He's got Dybala over his shoulder. He just quite simply doesn't know where he is. And it's a brilliant header from the Argentine to put it past Alisson. We find ourselves 1-0 down in this first leg of the round of 16 of the Champions League. Salah trying to get us back in the game. Twice he has an effort blocked. Seemingly, Juventus being very stereotypically Italian and defensively very, very solid. Cristiano Ronaldo tearing me apart. Cuadrado flashes his effort wide of the post. Ronaldo drifting to a wide position. Cuadrado swapping with him and going central. Into the second half we go. Punched by the goalkeeper there. Drops to Naby Keita. Lets it fly. And the movement on that could have gone absolutely anywhere. Unfortunately for me, it went too far to the right-hand side and past the post. Then it was Cristiano Ronaldo's turn to get involved again. The cross blocks. Drops to Douglas Costa. Leaping away to make the save was Alisson. Making sure that we stay in the game at this stage. And a really nice move sees Jordan Henderson fire the ball into the back of the net with a rather helping, I say hand, but it was more a helping face from Matteo Perrin. You'll see from the second replay angle, he cracks this straight off the goalkeeper's nose and bonk into the back of the net. Disappointing for the goalkeeper. Not the best of finishes or accurate finishes from Jordan Henderson, but into the back of the net it goes regardless. I don't care how it goes in, as long as it does. That's more like it, however, from Fabinho. Very accurate on that occasion into the far bottom corner. We've turned it around from 1-0 down to 2-1 up and to away goals to boot, of course. Again, great movement. Roberto Firmino, you'd have put money on him to score from that situation. Unable to do it. Mane back into the middle, cleared away by the defenders. Juve getting away with it. Really poor defensive positioning from them there, and I should have finished the tie off at 3-1. 78th and 88th minute goals. Could have had a 92nd minute goal as well. Unfortunately, it's just the 2-1. But 2 away goals puts us very much in the driving seat for this second leg. Now, we're just 4 minutes in here. Douglas Costa dinks this into the middle. And Ronaldo just quite simply thumps that into the back of the net. That's the clinical finishing that I'm on about with regards to the AI. Their shot power is very high on Ultimate, even with the default slider set to 50. And their accuracy is pretty decent too. Alisson did get a good something on that, but it just cannoned straight down into the back of the net. The shot power just far too good from Cristiano Ronaldo. You can see off the elbow of the keeper. Not really too sure what he's doing with that right hand there. Not the best of goalkeeping skill, but I don't think it matters who you've got in goal. No one stops that. This is just the 9th minute. So not only did they get themselves level on aggregate, they've now gone 2-0 up on the night and 3-2 up on aggregate inside the opening 9 minutes of the second leg. I'm right up against it here, but what a finish from Juan Cuadrado. Not sure what Andrew Robertson's doing. Should have gone with his head, but take nothing away from the finish. Wonderful acrobatics from the Colombian. And Juventus 2-0 and 3-2 up. Just 4 minutes later again, man at the near post misses it. Defender at the back post switches off. I'm now 3-0 down in the opening 14 minutes of the second leg. This is what the AI is like on Ultimate. Genuinely spellbinding at times. You just cannot cope with the best teams when they're on form on Ultimate difficulty. They really are a level above what we've been used to seeing on Karimo. Douglas Costa tears me apart with his dribbling there. Thankfully, Alexandro hits the woodwork and isn't able to extend their lead to 4. Now, the issue is that even if I score 2 and bring it back to 4-4 in aggregate, the scoreline as it is right now means that Juve will go through on away goals. So I actually need to score 3, level it up on the night, and make sure that we get a draw on the night and win outright on aggregate. But Juve are the team that are looking more likely to score another goal or the next goal in this game. Ronaldo drawing his save out of the keeper. Dybala laying this off to Miralem Pjanic. He turns inside, gets it to Ronaldo again, who flashes the ball past the post. Very nearly a fourth for Juve and really putting me out of the competition. Driving down the left-hand side again, it's still Juventus coming forward, trying my best to get the ball away from them. I just can't do it. Ronaldo bends it and Alisson makes a very good save, leaping away to his left-hand side. I just couldn't, genuinely, just could not cope with the AI on ultimate difficulty in this particular game. Header from Miralem Pjanic there, lofts into the top of the net in the 60th minute on the hour mark, and I lose 4-0 at Anfield against Juventus in the second leg. After having a 2-1 first leg lead, Ultimate AI destroys me in the second game. Now, I wasn't really thinking about uploading this at the time of recording. I was like, I only got to the round of 16. I really don't know whether you guys would want to see this, but I thought it's a great example of just how good the AI is on Ultimate. You saw the quality of the goals, you saw the clinical finishing of the AI, and just the sheer rampant nature of their attacking at the opening 20 minutes of that first leg. I quite simply had no answer. And I think that's going to be the case with a number of us when we first get hold of the game when it launches on early access next week. Very, very difficult to compete at the very highest level on Ultimate, even with the highest level of team that you're using. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how you guys get on with the game when you get it. It's going to be very, very interesting for me to see how I get on when the full game comes out with my Tottenham Hotspur career mode. I don't think it's going to be as easy as some people have expected, thanks to the easy levels of difficulty we've seen in previous iterations of FIFA. This year, it's going to be damned hard to win multiple competitions in a season. But that's all for this particular video. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. If you'd like to see a Europa League run through when full launch comes out, do let me know, and I will do that with Chelsea and hopefully go further than the first knockout round. But for now, that's all for this one. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.